We're a little bit under the weather here today. Michael with the husky voice, so you'll enjoy that. But what you'll also enjoy is me showing you our new released spectacular 20-foot series Super X Dreamhaven. This Dreamhaven Caravan, built by Crusader, supported by Crusader, and all the things you love about it are marvelous. It is a 20-foot van featuring a club lounge with a 200 amp lithium battery, 2000 watt inverter, fully independent suspension, Australian made, homegrown here in Epping, Victoria, and you're gonna love it. Check this thing out, it's a weapon. So, welcome back to the 20-foot series Super X. Super X is our off-road touring van. This little guy here can handle nearly everything you throw at it. But, of course, we drive to the conditions because you're a smart caravaner. As you've seen, this van is loaded with extras. And before I show you all the outside stuff for the blokes, the chicks who love it, whatever it is, I'm going to show you the inside. This van is super inviting. It's super, super inviting. Why? Because it's a Super X van, you silly. Have a look at this. We have a massive wraparound club lounge. This club lounge features 5 sitting spots, or 10 if they're small. Got a massive wraparound lounge, beautiful upholstery colors. There's some awesome color features within the Super X and Dreamhaven series. We have a series of different color palettes. We've made it super easy, 2 or 3 choices across the range, across different palettes. But this is one of my favorites. You've got the concrete bench top, Kitsugi, gorgeous, white doors, matte, anti-fingerprint. It's the best. But you can pick and choose little bits and pieces. This table, why do I love it? Well, the handle's on the other side, a little bit harder to demonstrate, but it is a club lounge that allows for a pivotal movement. You can go left to right, in and out, which way, that way, whatever way. It turns the club lounge into a cafe dinette. If you guys want to play, some chess, you want to have a nice bite to eat, it's date night, whatever it may be, and then if you happen to pick up a straggler on the road in your off-road ventures, turn the table around to the horizontal, press the button, and woof, down she goes into a bed. So you can then have another sleeping spot, or you can kick the partner out if you happen to have an argument. A bit of fisticuffs on the road. Who doesn't love a bit of a fisticuffs on the road? The bedroom featuring a 6'2" by 5" queen bed. So it's a standard queen bed all the way back to the front of the van in this cozy bedroom arrangement. There's a heap of storage. We've got 4 hanging robes. We have an access flap for front storage, and of course accessible via the pigeonhole there in the side with our double power point and our USB A and C. Of course, like all the Crusaders, the Dreamhavens feature USB A and C on all the reading lights. One thing that is standard within the Super X Dreamhaven series is the dimmable strip lighting underneath the overhead cupboards. I love these things. I bang on about them on every single video. It just changes the whole ambiance of the caravan, especially if it's date night. You know what I'm talking about, Charlie. Turn the lights on with the tap of a button, double press, you can hold it down to dim it on, dim it off. It just takes away that overhead bright light in your eyes. And I think it just makes the van just feel that, it takes that clinical elements of a caravan, Back in the day, they're all timber tradition, we've come a long way, but we're still getting that lovely little warm glow. It's fantastic. Bit of storage, bench. Love the bench. Put your jars, your coffees, your bits and bobs, whatever it is. And underneath the bench, we have these awesome little pockets. Perfect to pop some shoes, standing up. Perfect to be able to pop hats or maps or whatever it is that you can pop in there. Another little storage spot, utilizing all of that. A lounge is big enough in this particular one, so you'll be sweet as on that. Drawer underneath the robe. All the doors and drawers, the drawer runners, are a metal-sided and polycomp build. So it is no timber in the constructional material of the bottom or the back of the drawer. And of course, it is a soft closed drawer to make it uber beautiful. In the beds on the Super X series, we have 2 12-volt fans with different fan speed settings, as well as remotes, so you can turn them on. You can point it at your lounge, you can point it at forward, backwards, whatever. And it's all controlled with the remote. Of course, you can pivot it with the little Duvalaki change there. You can point it at your head, you can point it at the bed, you can point it wherever you like. If you need extra fans, you can add them to the lounge as part of our optional upgrades. Overhead cupboards. Check out the way these patented cupboards run. So they come all across the front here, and the curve. It creates that depth, but it also gives you depth of storage. Have a look all the way back in there. You got full depth storage, and above the bed, we have, see, reinforced gas struts, no El Cheapo nonsense, and an aluminium striker. Above the bed, we have our hatch, and we have our screen blockout and full blockout as well. In the bed, in terms of entertainment and comfortability, we're going to have our majestic 24-inch smart TV with built-in DVD player, as well as Netflix and all of the fun stuff. After you finish popping up a Starlink of the sorts, hotspotting to it, you still have full entertainment wherever it happens to go. Underneath our bed, we have a little bit of storage. There's our TV. Underneath, we have featuring a 2000 watt BM Pro pure sine wave inverter. These are fantastic, built-in RCDs, easily resettable, easily changeable. These are a fantastic unit, and they're going to be able to, kick the aircon over for a little bit of time. They're going to be able to run your hair dryers. They're going to be able to run a bit of coffee. Going to be able to run a microwave. We've got our mainline fuses, as well as an Aspro BM Pro battery management system underneath there that handles all of your AC/DC 240 volt charging. It's fully lithium compatible, which is fantastic because we have a 200 amp lithium battery on here as a standard build within the Super X Dreamhaven model, and it is also powered by a 20 amp DC to DC mini boost from the team at BM Pro, which is monitored very closely via a Trek 3 screen like. I don't know the actual name for the thing, but it looks like our Trek 3. A little bit more information depth on there as well, and it gives you just sort of amps in, amps out, what's coming from the sun, what's coming from the car, what's coming in and out, how much time have I got remaining, all those bits and pieces. That's going to make your camping experience that much more fun, because I know you love it, Charlie. Popping up, of course, before we leave the lovely bedroom here, we have our smoke detector up here, and we have our Dometic DRS. This Dometic DRS is a filtration system. As you drive down the road, it works by essentially allowing air to ingress into the front of it via a filter and via a very, well over my head, engineered combing plastic method that allows for water as you're driving to pass through the unit, avoiding this, out of the van, or out of the back of the actual DRS unit, and it's going to stop, all the bits and bobs, dust, everything like that, because it's going to comb it down through the filtration system here at the front, and it's going to keep everything, out of the way, and keep the van pressurized positively, keeping the dust out of the ingress points, like our carbon monoxide vents, like our door vents, like our microwave vents, all of those little areas. So that just is a changeable vent when you need to change him. And he locks back up in there with a magnet. Fantastic little system there. Probably my favorite dust suppression system across the caravan industry. All the fan ones and stuff, they're fantastic, but anything over like 18 kilometers an hour, that pumps in way more air. And as you obviously travel faster, it's going to scoop even more air in. What doesn't scoop air in, but allows air in, is our windows. Full block out. Midgie-like screens on the Dometic windows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lock, and you can set them at different lengths depending on the climate. We have these security sort of method lock-in points here on the side of the frame. They're etched in. These little guys here go into there, and then fully shut is nice and tight and then pulled across. One thing while we're here, you can see the construction method of the Super X is no different to that of the Crusader vans. It is a fiberglass inner, fiberglass outer, XPS fully constructed foam composite. See, it's well and truly sealed in there. And it's no timber in any of the construction material. It's all fiberglass, skinned. XPS, 30 mil on the walls, 40 mil on the roof, the front, the back, and the floor. We only run a 4-piece constructional method. So we have our roof, which is really unfair to the roof because the caravan industry goes through front, backs. We have no joins on our roof. We have one little relief cut, which is not to the other side, it's just the inside. We have to bend it over, make it look all gorgeous. And that goes to the front corner, and then it wraps to the back corner, and it's one piece all the way over. It's one big slab. We lift it up. Check out the manufacturing touring videos to actually see that happen live action. It's one sidewall, and a floor, which is 40 mil. So it has an R5 and R7 insulation rating. No one, the manufacturer, is going to be able to tell you their insulation rating. And it's fiberglass, which means the diminishment over a period of time is significantly less across this caravan in a Dreamhaven Caravan built by Crusader, supported by Crusader nationally, to that of any other caravan. This is the best value for money. Australian built, no shipping container involved. Out of it, not looking at any manufacturer in particular, but if you do your research, you'll find that these are ground up, built here in Epping, Victoria. Make our own chassis, make our own roofs, make our own walls, make our own vans. Dreamhaven Caravans, built by Crusader. Let me meet you over here. We have our kitchen, heaps of bench space in a 20-foot caravan with no power points in sight. Where are all the power points? Power points are, whew, that, my friend, is delicioso. It pops down when you're done with him, like so, and it means that the bench is just free from all those little areas. We have our little shelves, left and right of our sinks. They're a standard arrangement. We have our range hood for our cooking. We have a lift-up recessed cooktop, powered by the team at Swift Appliances. So we got 4-burner gas, we have a grill, and we have an LG name brand microwave. Love it. All the name brand stuff in here, guys. So all caravan industry appliances that you'll see across the industry. No random caravan brands. Even the aircon, we're running a Bel Air 3500E. This air conditioner here is been in the caravan industry for over 5 years, well and truly servicing the whole caravan industry. Some of the largest brands, including Crusader, use this caravan air conditioner, and it works great. It cools the van, heats the van. It's a true reverse cycle unit. It's great. Cupboards. We have one cupboard. How big's that? Ready for an air fryer or whatever else you want to bring along. Heaps of room. We have one drawer with a cutlery thing and my car keys because I forgot to take them out of pocket before we started filming. Another drawer. And another drawer. All soft close. We don't cut any corners. Not cutting corners means we use in-house plumbers and in-house electricians. Have a look at this plumbing. All PVC to the side, not in the way. You bend up, keeping the smell out of the grey water line, and then back through as well. So this is something you can empty, you can clean, but it keeps the smell in and out. We use John Guest fittings, push fittings, shark bite, sort of similar, and all name brand, all name piping. We don't use any of that flexible line, and it means that the same bloke, g'day Shane, the same plumbers every day, every van. It means consistency, it means quality, it means that they're, in the event of upgrade, change, modification, query, we know exactly what's going on, how it's done. We use a full automotive wiring loom in our manufacturing process, even with the electrical stuff. So it's very, very easy, very, very straightforward, and the chance of error is so minimalistic. It's just not something that we come across often at all. Overhead cupboards. Suss it. Huge amounts of storage. And we're going to turn around and check out the back half of the van. Fridge. This is a 224 litre Thetford, nationally backed warranty, of course, from the team at Thetford, supported by Dreamhaven, supported by Crusader Caravans. That's our pull-out freezer. This is a compressor fridge. It gives you itemization control over the fridge and the freezer separately. Underneath here is our global hot water service. Actually, sorry, it's an instantaneous hot water service. I've spoken out of turn. That is an instantaneous unit. So the instantaneous unit, as you can expect, is an instant unit. It uses a high pressure heat flame, obviously via gas, to heat the unit up, and it gives you immediate hot water, endless hot water really, providing you don't run out of gas and there's no end to the water. Pretty straightforward. Have a look in the bathroom. We have the best ensuite in a 20-foot caravan I think you've seen across the Dreamhaven range. Shaving cabinet. Voila. Double power point with a multiple supply, which means the inverter goes to all power points inside the caravan. We don't cut corners, we don't give you only like half the power points. Beautiful porcelain sink. We have our brushed nickel tap. Obviously, Michael, you're losing your mind. Cupboard, again, all the plumbing back, all U-bends, all clean, all gorgeous, well and truly sealed. So that dust pressure system is going to have to do bugger all down there because it's so well sealed. We have one drawer, 2 and 3, all soft close. Again, you saw you shut yourself. Why didn't you wait for me? We have a top-load washing machine from a team at Aussie Traveller. It's 3.2 kilo, I love it. And I'm sitting my glorious behind on a Thetford toilet. Obviously, the Thetford toilet tells you when it's full, tells you when it needs to be emptied. Universally loved, universally the best. So again, supported by Thetford, we're using Thetford toilets, Thetford fridges, we're using a Bel Air air conditioner, we're using BM Pro, well and truly known brand electrical systems inside the caravan as a universal harness, being it's very, very easy systems, but very hard to do if you're not a player like Crusader or Dreamhaven Caravans. A lot of these guys will just get random contractors in. Rest assured, we know what's going on. Have a look at this cupboard. The best. 1, 2, and 3. Got a little nook up there for, toilet rolls or whatever you want to be able to pop up there. Towels is probably ideal. In the shower, it's a one-piece fiberglass cubicle unit. So it means that there's far less joints. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 seals in this. More realistically, less than you probably have at home. There's no random pieces of Lucabond aluminium. It's hard enough to keep water out of the van. Once it's in the van, we want to make sure it stays in the shower area, it doesn't ingress out. One drain hole like so, and a fully adjustable shower rose. So that can go right to the roof of our 80-inch ceiling height caravans. And complementing it as well is our roof hatch that sucks air in, takes air out. It's a multi-directional fan system, so it's going to make sure that you either are cold, hot, whatever you need. You know, a bit warmer, you need a bit cooler air, keeps it in there. No one's getting a bit daisy after a few beers. We have double glazed hermetic windows everywhere, including above our toilet area as well, and our towel rail to be able to pop our towels on. Another little cool part, just before we jump outside and I'll show you all the fun stuff, is our little pockets, 1 and 2, and fire extinguisher there with the grab handle. Wireless lighting, so you can take your little remote and you can turn on areas of the caravan as you need them. There's a little downlight above the bedroom area as well that fires on with the hatch, which is great. A little bit of extra lighting. But I think with the strip lighting and stuff, there's more than enough lights, but obviously no corners cut. Want to make sure you get the best bang for your buck. Above the door here, once we put our little light remote back, is our Trek 3 screen like a Sparrow system there from BM Pro. Tells you how many volts, tells you how many amps, tells you how many hours remaining. We've been undercover for a fair bit doing our pre-delivery. We've got 2 110-litre drinking tanks, and we have 110-litre waste with provisional for third in those sensor spots there as well. Last but not least, the thing you're going to love is this full-height entry cabinet. No one's giving you this. It is fantastic for your aero guards, for your sunscreens, for your hats, for your fly spotting sticks, for your spices, for your sauces, if you're one of those weird people that keep sauces in a cupboard. I don't judge, I'm just telling you you're weird. But this is absolutely loaded with storage, and there's even more storage underneath the lounge. You just lift the seats up, it has got full access, lift up utility trays, lift them up, you get full access under those areas for some of the more bulkier, heavier items, and it just means that you've got somewhere to be able to put something. It doesn't mean you need to take more stuff. Fans are light enough, you can take heaps, but it just means that you don't, you're not crowded. There's nothing worse than walking into a caravan, you just feel like it's a bit closed in. This allows you to spread, allows everything to have a spot, which is the best way to store. If you think the inside's good, you're going to love the outside, Bob. Meet you out there. G'day there, Bob. You're looking like someone who wants to be shown the outside of our 20-foot Series Super X off-road Dreamhaven. Built by Crusader Caravans, never get sick of saying that. Well, you've come to the right place. A husky voiced gentleman by the name of Michael's about to go through it. On the front, we have our stoneguard protecting the whole front of the caravan. But of course, the caravan is wrapped all across the sides with an indestructible wrap. There's a wrap that you will not have seen in the caravan industry, or will see in the caravan industry, on anything except for a Dreamhaven or a Crusader Caravan. Why? Because we've sourced the best product in the market. This stuff here appears like a bully liner, spray-on 4K Raptor, but I reckon it's stronger. Take my word for it, just my opinion. I think this stuff is next level, and the touch, the feel, the smoothness of it is out of this world. We'll have a look on the side in a sec. Featuring Dreamhaven 20 Series Super X with the color tone palette of the outside of this is stunning. All these little colors make the van just pop out of this world. We've got a stoneguard on the front, featuring a front winding jockey wheel. We have a DO35 coupling, of course, with the patented and well-used 6-inch A-frame, 3mm 450 MPa grade of steel with our Matador hooks. The most important thing is the substructure of the caravan. So, on our Super X vans, we run and of course all the Dreamhaven vans really, a 6-inch A-frame all the way back to the wheels. You'll notice, you've got to look. Some manufacturers cut it short just out of eyesight, and then they save on weight by going to a 4-inch. You don't have to be an engineer to know. 6, 4, I know what I'd rather. 6-inch every day, baby. Yeah. We have a tap on the A-frame of the guard. Love it. Means that it's well protected. We have a Gripsport bike rack provisional mount as standard across the whole Dreamhaven range. We have 2 9-kilo gas bottles, as well as a regulator protector here on the front. Again, matching all of that wrap that's on the front. So it has that same sort of texture across. This is an indestructible wrap. Smooth to touch, smooth to lick. Off-road, love it. Toolbox on the A-frame, lockable, of course, with jerry can holders either side. So we've got our massive space in there. It's all riv nutted to the A-frame, not going anywhere. It's the best way to fit a toolbox. Of course, it's all fiberglass outer, running one piece from this point here all the way to the back. Massive slab construction. Engineers at the factory have been able to articulate and make that panel warp to the van body, and it's super strong. It allows for flex, it allows for movement. It means that the van itself is going to be able to handle all those terrains. It's built in a slab-like construction, so the walls sit on top of the floor and the floor is fixed to the chassis. So it means that the van moves as one, like a house slab construction. None of these Z-section aluminium build Meranti timber construction. Extremely different and extremely difficult to do unless you've got the smarts, the know-how, and the people back you. Dreamhaven, Crusader Caravans are those people. We have a Super X. Love that. I just love the color of these things. It's just gorgeous. So the color of these is just, it's about few choices to pick from, but the outer colors are just absolutely stunning. We've got all different varieties here at Crusader, Melbourne, the dealership with Crusader Dreamhaven Caravans, Melbourne, the dealership. This van is tearing at 2468 with an ATM of 3300. GTM of 3035, and we have a ball weight of 165, giving you 832 kilos payload, which, if you ask me, is probably more than enough, but you'll figure it out. That's a heap of load. Most caravan manufacturers give you 400 kilos. We've gone ahead and given you 832 kilos. We don't want you to load it all the way up. You can. I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you like, but I think it's better to be able to distribute the weight and make sure that heavier items are over the axles. It means that the distribution is better, and it means that the van itself, the suspension, the wear and tear, the lighter the better, but at the end of the day, it means that you've got more to be able to put in it, and for those longer trips where you need those 2 tanks full, where you need to be able to capitalise on using a heavier set van, you've got the options. You're not restricted, you're not limited. Talking about restrictions, this ain't restricted at all. It's only a metre wide tunnel boot. It's got outside gas cooking here off to the side. On the outside entertainment side, we have 2 massive double glazed Dometic windows. We have high-rise indestructible wrap. We have TV hutch on the outside, TV, aerial, 12-volt socket, double power point in there as well, multiple supplies, so it's powered off the inverter. We have our picnic table, which is locked because we're heading to the Caravan show. Can't wait to get to the Caravan show and show you love these people, these Super X vans, because I think stock's going to fly, it's not going to last. So we've overstocked on them because we want to make sure that you guys have the full opportunity to walk in, trade the van you've got, buy a van for clean skin, bring cash, dump it on the table, let's get rolling. These vans are not going to last as a stock van, and currently it's the only way you're going to get a van this side of Christmas. These are not lasting. Even the ones we've had here at the dealership at the moment have sat here for 3 seconds, off. That's why we triple stocked it. Don't miss out, come down and have a look. We have a 2-inch lift kit, right? We do this for extra support and stability. That's a 6-inch A-frame. We've guarded it off with our plastic inserted mudguard here, just well finished, 6 inches. And you can see the whole construction is running a Tico 3.3 ton 10-inch brake suspension with a single shock and coil. If we come up here, you'll notice we've got 6-inch A-frame. That's our A-frame, so it's running all the way from where our tow ball was. 6-inch chassis, which is above it, over here, and then we've got a 2-inch lift kit. So that's all the way back to the furthest point of where it meets the Sully chose. So you'll just notice it's just massively different. We're spending that extra time and money, and for an Australian-built van to compete with the Chinese market, this van's just out of this world. You won't find anything by comparison. I think if you compare apples for apples and you look at the resale of what a Dreamhaven by Crusader offers, you won't find anything like it. Pull out step. Screen. You go into some remote places, you need security. This thing will not be beaten on security. Security mesh, reinforced center bar, pop riveted corners. We've got metal locking points, and of course a pull down blind, as well as a midgie screen like mesh on the inside of the door there. Can't beat it. These doors are just very, very strong. If I lose the keys, I'm in big trouble. They're bloody strong. We've got a massive awning from a team at Global. It's a sail shade awning. It's a darker color awning. Powering the TV is an omnidirectional jack up there, so you don't have to wind anything up. It just grabs the reception. It works. These things are probably the best on the market. Outdoor annex light as well to be able to illuminate the whole area, and 4 corner stabilized jacks across all 4 points. On the back of the van, we have standard is our wireless reversing camera. You won't have to take or get your car rewired. That's a wireless camera. We can point it down the road to be able to look down the road. We're going to be able to point it down here, because you'll notice There's no spare wheel. So the spare wheel is underslung at the front of the van, keeping the spare wheel nice and high out of harm's way. It means that you're gonna be able to pass over those sort of terrains, but it's still nice and high. It's like a traditional car method to be able to drop it down. But caravan parks aren't getting any smaller, or bigger I should say, sorry, it's just getting smaller. So we've gone ahead and relocated the spare in order to be able to, one, keep it out of the way, two, give you access to this full width bumper bar, because it's massive, it's a 6-inch bar, and it's gonna just be able to give you more options. If you want that real compact site, you're gonna have that option because there's no spare wheel taking 400mm off the back of the thing. On this side of the caravan is, of course, 3 double glazed pneumatic windows. Our theft for toilet with awesome little storage left and right there because it's fully composite. It means we run everything internal. So we're giving you a little access cavity as well as a little bench behind the toilet. We have filling points, 1 and 2 for 110 litre freshwater drinking tanks. Our reflex instantaneous hot water key. External shower with flexible hose. So you got hot and cold taps in there as well as a flexible hose. You can suction cup it up here, have a little shower, put it on a little display, ideally at the appropriate place. Or hey, you know, I'm not your dad, do whatever you want. Strip down, have fun. Mains pressure, as well as our grey water tank. All the water tanks underneath are fully protected. It means that it's going to handle those more rougher terrains, as well as bypass valve on the grey as standard and a washout valve on the grey as standard as well. Pump allows you to pick and choose from what water tank you want to drink from. It's got 2 valves, so if you want a fresh drinking tank and keep the other one for a little bit more shower water, you can do as you like because it's your van. All across the side, we've got that high wrap. Again, very, very smooth, very, very impactful. Everyone who's seen it loves this stuff, and I'm super stoked that Crusader have gone this direction with the Dreamhaven vans. It is out of this world. As I said, smooth enough to lick, but you probably shouldn't lick it. I mean, you can do what you like. I'm not your dad. Let's go. We have a 200 amp lithium battery, of course, on the outside of the van with a portable solar plug Anderson plug, or, you know, this is a in and out, so it's all fused, which means you can plug up a little portable fridge, you can do an air compressor, you can run a portable solar panel. Whatever works for you is going to work for me. So drop down these. We've got these little plugs which are in all of the chassis areas. It's all rubber flange, painted, everything. So it just keeps all the dust and stuff out of the chassis. You know, if it happens to see a little bit with water, it means it's not just going to sit in the A-frame, and you don't have to do any extra steps because obviously it's all sealed off, which is just fantastic. On the other side, in the Super X, we have checker plate line tunnel boots, little Ripper 3.0 jack. We have our jack winder, we have our short man stick for the awning, and we have our wheel brace there for wheel changing. Of course, underneath this point, you'll notice the spare wheel, which is just underneath here. Nice and high, hangs about the same as what the water tanks do, so it just means that you're going to be able to keep it really compact. I mean, who really likes the look of a spare wheel hanging off the van anyway? It's not, you know, it's not the prettiest of things. It tracks away, but it makes the van 300, 400mm bigger, so it just means it's going to keep it a little more compact. So whether it's a bike rack you're after, whether it's a little bit more solar, on the roof, of course, there's 2 200-watt solar panels, so it's powering the whole system, running a compressor fridge. You're going to be able to free camp 2-3 weeks. It's all conservation of power, depending on what the day looks like. Right now, it's a little bit overcast here in Melbourne. It just depends on the day. But it depends on what you guys are after. And what I'm after is to show you our brand new Dreamhaven Super X 20 series van. This thing is available, ready to go. If you like the colours, you like the van, you want to be able to put your name on it, give us a call, 9359-2938, 03 for the area code. You can email us, hello@crusadermelbourne.com or hello@dreamhavencaravansmelbourne.com.au. You can head to the website, www.dreamhavencaravansmelbourne.com.au, or you can like and subscribe, you can go through the videos, you can find the Dreamhaven that works for you. These will not last long at these prices. Buy Aussie, buy Confident, buy Built by Crusader, buy Fiberglass, XPS Composite. You're going to love the van, you're going to be ahead of the pack, and you're going to be the proud new owner of this sexy looking thing. We'll see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out more from Crusader Caravans Melbourne. We have plenty of tutorial videos, product highlights, and walkthrough videos for your next new Crusader Caravan. Thanks so much. Hit subscribe, push the notification bell so you stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks so much and happy caravanning.